it's your girl Amber. Welcome to my channel. We are using all e.l.f. products today, getting a full face that looks professional, ready for any fancy event, photo shoot, or a just because. So we are not going to break the bank today, but we are going to go ahead and try some of e.l.f.'s top rated viral products that honestly I impressed myself using them. So I definitely think they're worth your coins and you're not gonna spend a fortune. So let's go ahead and dive into today's video. Thank you for being here. If you've never seen me or heard about my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I promise it's not gonna disappoint. So let's go ahead and get right into it. But we're gonna go low end today. I love to mix high and low together to create a really beautiful look. So we're doing a full face of e.l.f. Okay. Let's get into it. So the first thing I want to do, everything's been cleansed and cleaned and all the things. So we're going to take a cotton ball and we're going to wipe through your brows. You want to make sure all the moisturizer and creams is out of your brows. That is first. Brow liner right here, you will have a comb. So go ahead and grab your comb here and just go ahead and brush through. You want to make sure any dead skin, any product, any buildup is out of your brows. Go ahead and comb those in an upward motion. Now you're going to take this on the other end and this is your brow pencil. Get it just so there's a tiny bit out. You don't want too much out, honestly, because you could break the product and you want to be very careful. We're going to go ahead and grab a mirror that is small enough. If you're doing your makeup, you really do have to have a mirror to see what you're doing. Otherwise, like too far of a distance, there's just not enough, or you're way up in the mirror at home. So it's just nice to get comfortable, get a good spot, twist it to a magnified and a regular. You can get these on Amazon very quick or like Home Goods or something. So you want to just go ahead and line the bottom of your brow hair just to make sure you have a really clean line. I actually got the color, I think it was like medium brown. I think it was like a brown or something. Then I'm going to take this and we're going to create little hairs just in an upward motion. Just go up into your brow and just follow your natural brow hair. Want to know the corner of your nostril up. Take that little brow product right here. Take it from the nostril up. That's where it starts. So if your brow goes in more, then you want to make sure you fill that gap. If it goes over some, then you know you can tweeze some of those hairs. Corner of the nostril to the pupil of the eye, and that's where it should arch. So that's where you kind of want to guide it up. So if your brows kind of go straight or however, just know that that's where the arch should just naturally gravitate to. And then the corner of the nose to the side of the eye right here. And then it should end right there. So that gives you those three placements, and that really will help you make sure your brows have a good shape. Just take your time. That's perfect. I'm going to go ahead and start with the concealer that I did purchase, and we're going to take a little concealer on our eyelids, and then that's it. Okay, now we're going to take our ring finger. That's the finger I prefer to use, but whatever finger is easier for you to use. And then just pat that concealer all over your lids, especially where your shadow's going to touch. I like to just get an even spread of the product. You can use a brush, but sometimes using your finger is really easy. Now we're going to go right in with shadow. So you want to grab just some essential brushes. So I'm going to grab this makeup brush and I'm going to wipe that out so I can get some of that color out. We're going to grab one that's shaped like this, one that's shaped like this. So there you go. And then one that is a little bit more controlled, because this has like a little bit of a slant. So if you have brushes like this in your bag, then that's going to be really helpful for you to be able to achieve the look that you want. So these two palettes that I got from e.l.f., they're so inexpensive. Everything was like $7, $10, $8. And it was just like, I was like, whoa, I was just blown away by the prices. But we're going to go in with a really pretty shimmer. Actually, I'm going to test this on my hand first. That's pretty. That looks really nice. Kind of gives a little bit of like a pinky tone to it. So we're going to do the inner corner first. and just keep that lighter, and that's gonna brighten the eye. Then we'll take that a little bit underneath the brow to give a little bit of pop there. So the inner corner, the inside here, up right underneath the brow. If your concealer creases in that line, just wipe it out with your hand. So it gives like a really pretty shimmer, but it's just nice. I'm kind of into that. Okay, I'm gonna take my brow brush right in this section again and just make sure I add a little bit more pressure there. You can see that made a difference. Okay, now we're gonna go in with our blender brush. I'm gonna go in with like this lighter shade to this one. I want like a medium brown. I don't know how deep these are gonna get, so we're gonna start light. I'd rather you start light and then build up. But now you wanna go right in the mid-tone, right kind of in this upper part of your lid, right on that brow bone, and just take it back and forth. This is just going to give some definition, and I think this is just like the best placement when your eyes want to like stand out. That's very pretty. It's very mid-tone. Now we're going to build on top of that. So we're going to go right into another deep. This has too much orangey in it, so we're going to go right down to this brown and just go right over top of that and just build on top of it. It's a building process when you're doing your shadow, and you can see how this blender brush allows you to go back and forth really nice and get a really smooth application. I highly recommend, if you're doing anything for like your makeup and you're like, oh my gosh, I've never done this before and I don't feel comfortable or confident, I need to really practice, and then wash it off and do it again the next day. And just take your time practicing. I used to all the time as a newer makeup artist back in the day. I would always practice on my face a lot, and I would play in my makeup at night. So I was just forced to not feel rushed to go anywhere. I wasn't doing anything and everybody was resting, and I could just sit there, play in my makeup, and then experiment. And then I would even take like a makeup wipe it off and try something different. So it really gave you that confidence. So I really recommend that as well. I'm gonna go in now with this deepest shade here, out of the other palette, more with the slanted brush. And we're gonna take that slanted brush and work more in the bottom corner. This shadow I'm very, very impressed with. I'm not even kidding you. It's actually applying really smooth. It's not choppy at all. And the pigment of it is nice. Like, I'm really impressed. Now, I'm very much a shadow, like, girly. I love my shadow. So for me to say, yes, I love this, this is good. I'm really happy with this purchase, actually. We're gonna work on the lower shadow soon. I'm gonna go ahead in now with the mascara, and this is not clumpy. This is very nice. They look very long right now, which I love and I can appreciate. Oh, I really love that. I want you to take that brow pencil and I want you to rub it on the back of your hand and just see how smooth you can warm that product up. And now I want you to take it, and I'm gonna see if it will stay if I like kind of tightline with it as almost like an eyeliner. It's working. Take that product, and this will make your lashes look longer and darker because it elongates them, right? Doing that tight lining on the top, that actually worked. That's good. I love that. We are gonna go in with our foundation primer. So we're gonna go in now with that, and we're gonna get 2 good pumps of your primer. So grab your primer of choice and put this on. Okay, I'm not mad at it. Now, are we ready for our foundation? So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put our foundation on, and I hope that this is the right match for me. I believe it is going to be. I got the color, yeah, it was 3.5 medium, and this actually looks really good, so I feel very confident in that. I'm not sure about this applicator. This is so funny to me. I'm like, is this a huge concealer? What are we doing? Now we're gonna just put it everywhere. Not sure of how much this covers, like of the coverage. Is it lightweight? Is it full coverage? Is it buildable? But we just want some color to the skin. It's very light and it's very see-through. I think what I like about it is that it actually matches my skin color. Like, I'm very happy. I'm like, did I do that? Did I actually pick the right shade? That's exciting. I want to squirt this out, so actually doing this is driving me crazy, but we are just gonna keep blending around the T-zone just to get as much coverage as I believe that we need. Now we're gonna go in with our concealer, and we're gonna go ahead and get the coverage that we need under the eyes. If I really thought about it, I would have gotten 2 concealers to work with like covering any dark spots, but I did not do that. So we're just gonna make this work, and then we'll build some coverage in the areas that we need. So now we're gonna go in and take the concealer, inner corner, you can see here, outer corner, and right down the center of the nose, and that's gonna allow lifting and narrowing the nose. And you just wanna pat it in this area. You can see how I'm just patting it there, blend it through, pull it right up there until the temple. That actually is nice, that's not bad. To me, for what I like, I'm more of a full coverage girly, but these are working really well. So maybe I would love everything more if the foundation had more coverage. So I do feel very shiny though right now, so I'm not really sure. It does say glow booster on it, so they did warn me, but I just went with it. All right, I am gonna add a little bit of concealer in the areas that I feel need a little bit more coverage, and just let that concealer sit. I just have a little bit of discoloration around the hairline from just plucking and messing, you know. All right, we got it open, and now I'm gonna put the lid back on. Pat that, turn it back, and then we have our pink. All right, and then I'm gonna work out of the lid. That's a pro tip for you. Work out of the lid and take your finger in the little puff, put it right here in the cap. Now take it from here, put it on your hand, warm it up so it's not a bunch of thick powder going on, and then just start patting it and setting that concealer. So that is on, and I'm not mad at it. I'm gonna blow that away. Our hand's definitely been used. Okay, so now you did your powder. Keep it right there. Now we're gonna go in with our eyeshadow. I want you to go back into that deepest brown tone that you used right here. Go back in with that darker shade. Go in with your slanted brush. Use the tip of the slanted brush, and then you're gonna grab it underneath those bottom lashes, and that's gonna kind of finish your shadow right there. Okay, do the same thing here. Kind of brush it to the inner corner a tiny bit, whatever's left on your brush. You don't have to re-dip, and boom, that's perfect. Okay, next we're gonna do, you notice how I didn't do a lot of powder through the cheek area or anything else, because we're gonna work with that. I'm gonna go in now with our cream contour, and I use the color that is medium tan, and I love this one. So it actually has a little squirt piece here, so you want to take that dark shade right here, just a little bit underneath, like, okay, there's your cheekbone. I want to like give some definition right here. And then we're going to take a little bit on the side of the nose and just frame out the nose. Sides here. Chin a little bit. Under the lip. Chin there. Okay, and now we're just going to blend this through. And this is going to help like contour the face. Take one of your blenders, and you can use the same blender and you can just twist it to the other side. And then you just want to pat this in. And don't push it up into the eye. Don't really push it all the way down. You want to keep it as much as you can in that area. If anything, you just want to kind of like soften the edges a little bit, but you don't really want to go down so low or high so low. You want to kind of keep it as much as you can in this spot and just kind of move it around. You can see how my blender is kind of moving around a little bit just to get the product to warm up and move, but that really gave it good placement. You can already see a big difference. It just looks a little bit more thin and chiseled. Same thing here. You just want to, you see how I'm moving my blender around? Just moving it around so that product will move. Perfect. Same here, back and forth. staying in that area, but I'm moving it around just to make sure it's not like a harsh line. Just to give some structure. You know, dark color pushes in, so that's gonna allow it to look like, oh, you have more of a structure on your face. From the concealer and the contour, it gives you more like balance too. Using these together and creates more a chiseled look. So naturally, we're just creating natural shadows in the right areas. Whatever's left on the blender now, take it across on that hairline there. And then just make sure everything's blended in under the lip. That'll give you more of a pouty lip. And you can already see how it did give you some warmth to your face, but it's not too much. It's in the right spots. And then I'm just like going straight on the side of the nose here. And I kind of pinch my blender a little bit just to kind of give it a little bit of control. That is exactly what we're gonna do. You're doing really good. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with blush and finish the rest of the face. So we are gonna do a little bit of our lashes on the bottom. So take that mascara again. We already powdered under here, so you don't have to worry about that. Now we're gonna go in with our cheek color. So if you have a powder cheek color, a liquid cheek color, I cannot get this opened. I have so much product on my hand. Maybe twist all your products before you do your primer, because that primer is like sitting on my hands and I literally cannot get this opened. We might not be able to use this today, guys. I know I'm not the only girly that does this, but I literally have these in my office for nail stuff, and look at that, I just got it off. I just needed like some grip. My hands were too slippery and I didn't want to go wash my hands and dry my hands and do all the things. Okay, so now we're going to use this cream blush. It's a liquid blush, and this is a dupe to the Rare Beauty one, and y'all know I'm a fan of the Rare Beauty one. So we're just going to take a little bit of that. I'm going to do 4 little dots. I don't know how pigmented this is, so I hope I don't do too much. But now we're going to take that, the bottom side of that blender, and just pat that through and just give some color. Wow, that is so light, and it's so like, it's in the skin, like it's not, that's okay, I'm into it. But I do want to try this Revolution. You can pick this up at CVS, any drugstore, Target, Walmart, anything like that, but this is at Ulta. The reason I love shopping at Ulta for a lot of my products is because you can do returns. Like there's never like a hassle or a question. They just take it back, you know? So you can do a store credit, or if you take it back in so many days, you can get your money back. So I do like that. So we're gonna go ahead and use this bronzer. I'm gonna take my fingers with it, and we're just gonna put it right here on the back of my hand. Oh, that warmth, that's just really pretty. I love just warmth to the skin. So I'm gonna take a bigger, fluffier brush, and I want you to do the same thing, and I just want you to kind of like go in the areas that are like the high points. So that's like right here in the outer side, like where the sun kisses your face. A little bit on your cheeks. You always get a little bit of warmth on the cheeks. And then the chin right here. Tip of the nose. Down the neck. I think this costs like $7 or $8 too. So that's an easy, this color is Long Weekend. So I don't know if that's like the color, but this is the bottom of it. And this is the front. But again, you can get this at any drugstore. Okay, now for our lips. I did want to try both of these just to kind of see. So I did get that Squeeze Me lip balm. So we're just going to take that right here and see what that looks like. Just a little pretty lip balm, that lip oil. I love that. And I love that type of texture on my lips because it's not sticky like a gloss. And these right here, this is a lip oil with color, and we're gonna take that right here. Look at that. That is so pretty. I love that. Okay, and then just a little bit of color to the lips really makes a difference. Just a little bit. So if you're a mauvey girl, a pinky girl, a red girl, just make it not clash with your outfit. I'm not gonna re-dip my puff in my powder yet, but I'm gonna go back through and just like use the powder that's left around the nose so there's no shininess under the eye to make sure we're good there. and just make sure everything's like in place. Now the Stay All Night setting spray, so we're gonna do that. Shake this really well, and then we're just gonna spray. I hope this mist really well. Oh, it does. And it smells good. It actually smells really good. So I would rate this whole face a 9 out of 10. I really would. This whole entire look, I'm actually not taking anything back. I am so happy with everything, but this worked out really well. I hope that you feel more confident with your makeup bag and what you have, and not feeling like you have to spend a fortune on makeup to get really good high quality looks. That is really honestly what I'm all about, but I do want you to splurge sometimes on high-end things just to see the difference, and I do have some great recommendations for that, so that'll be an upcoming video. But thank you, and if you've never subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button on my channel so you don't miss a beauty upload. All right, well, have a great day. I'll get some B-roll footage of this so you can get more up close. And anyways, I'll see you later. Mwah! Bye, Blush Beauty.